What is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this. It is a Canon A-1. It was dropped off recently by a customer, and I'm just going to talk about it real quick, give a quick breakdown on how to use it, what to look out for, and so on and so forth. These were released in 1978 and were in production until 1985. This is, in my humble opinion, one of the best cameras, one of the best 35mm SLR systems that Canon produced, and we will talk about why that is. So first off, it has a FD mount, which is pretty common for Canons at that time. To remove the lens, all you do is press in on this tab and rotate it so the red lines up with the red, and do the inverse for putting it on, except you don't have to push in on the button. Just press in and rotate clockwise, counterclockwise to rotate off. If we look at the front here, there's a few things we'll talk about. First is down here. We've got a stop down mechanism there. So if you want to get your depth of field figured out, get very sharp focus, that can be initiated that way. You have two memory systems or whatever. I don't really know what those are. I'll put them here. You also might have a cover for a flash sync port. You might also not have a cover. It depends on which one you get. Some of them have them, some of them don't. And over on this side, you either have something like this, a grip, which can be unscrewed like so, or it will look more like this, in which case you just have direct access to the battery door, where inside you will find a 4LR44 6-volt battery, and it will show you exactly how it needs to be oriented. So you put that in there, close the battery door, and you're good to go. This is a fully electronic system, so there's no mechanical operation of the camera. Everything requires the usage of a battery. On the top here you have a little cover for the mode selection wheel, which we'll get into briefly, but that should click up and down into place because there's a ball bearing that sits under here, meaning that if you push it up, it's not going to just slide back down. Going up to the top of the camera, we'll start over here and work our way over. We have our ASA dial, exposure compensation dial. Press in on the silver tab on the side and rotate around until the white line lines up with your ASA of choice. You want to change the exposure compensation, press down on this tab and rotate around like so. You have a battery test light which sits right here. If you press in on this, the frequency of which this light flashes will indicate your battery's health. Frequencies such as this means the battery's good. You can turn on and off the light metering system with this switch, meaning if you want to do longer exposure stuff and you don't want to worry about the LEDs potentially bothering the film or whatever other circumstances, you can just turn it off like so, turn it back on, and good to go. You have a little indicator there for your focus mark. On the top you have a hot shoe for the flash, and the flash sync speed being 1/60th on this model. Over here you have your window, which will indicate your shutter speeds if you are on the shutter speed priority mode. So you can rotate through here. You have the full priority mode. Whatever aperture you have, it will select the shutter speed for you. And if you go through here, you have shutter speeds ranging from 1/1000 all the way down to 30 seconds and a bulb mode. If you rotate it over here, this will be your aperture selection, so you can select your preferred aperture and then the shutter speed will be automatically selected. You got your shutter release button there, and over here you have your settings. On is A, L is off, a 2-second timer and a 10-second timer. If you set it to the 2-second timer, the LED will flash. And if you set it to the 10-second timer, the LED will flash at a slower rate. Now what you heard when the shutter was fired was what's very common in the Canon A series. It's known as the shutter squeal, and that's basically the escapement gears for the mirror motion have lost the necessary lubrication in order for them to work properly, which means ostensibly that it's going to have that friction, that rubbing sound, which creates the squeal. See this little black tab there? This is going to be your multi-exposure mechanism. So if you press this in, it'll allow you to shoot multiple frames onto one roll. Another interesting feature of this camera is on the back. You have a little tab here. If you rotate that over, blinds will go up behind the viewfinder, making this the perfect camera for long exposures. Easy to flick on and off, and great if you need to fidget. On the back here you'll also notice there's a memo slot for whatever film you're shooting, and the Canon A-1 also has a specific back designed for it, featuring this nameplate. If we pop open the back, you'll notice that the inside looks very similar to an A1 AE1 program. They're virtually identical on the interior. All you do is you load your film in like so and fill the leader into one of these slots. Interesting thing, if you want, there's a barely visible number and a letter right there. Go online to the Canon database. You can figure out roughly the year in which this camera was built, produced, all that stuff. So that could be something cool. And your frame counter sits neatly right there. On the bottom, you have 4 contacts here for your motor drive system. You have a tripod socket. You have your rewind button, so when you're done shooting film, you press in on this and then use this to rewind your film. You have a cover for your advance mechanism. Again, if you have a motor drive system, you'd want to take this off and sit it on. That way you don't have to advance the film manually. And that's about it for this camera. It's pretty straightforward, but it still has a lot to offer. I believe there's 7 different modes in which you can shoot this camera. One being manual, which is going to be selecting your shutter speed via this dial here and your aperture via this dial. Aperture priority, you set the shutter speed to the program setting and then you rotate through the apertures. Then you have a aperture, then you have your auto setting, your full auto, which is setting this to auto and that to there. I'm not going to get into it because I don't understand all of the different modes. There's so many, but ultimately this is a very, very solid camera. They are incredibly affordable on the internet. If you're looking for a way to get into the Canon FD line, this is a very affordable approach. I recommend it heavily to anyone who's looking for that. And on top of that, is very small, very lightweight, and brings a lot to the table. So that's a rough walkthrough on the Canon A1. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those down below. Let me know. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.